Hey guys, it's me, Bricks with Shadow, and welcome back to another video. In this video, it is part 1 of me ranking every March 2025 Ninjago minifigure. Obviously, it is May. This video is very late. I went on holidays, and I was pretty busy. So yeah. In this video, I will rank 12 out of the 23 minifigures from worst to first, but next week, hopefully, part 2 will be releasing. So, like and subscribe. Hopefully, that's the first time I said that. Hopefully, I didn't say it twice. And let's get into it. The number 23 minifigure is the restaurant worker. This guy is literally just super simple. No leg printing. I think this guy was literally in a Lego City set, if not all of his parts were from there. He is one of the civilians in the Ninjago City workshops. And I guess civilians are needed, but a little work could be put into it. But yeah, I don't have anything really to say about this guy. So, on to number 22, which just so happens to be the workshop mechanic. Now, I think this one is actually pretty cool. I honestly like her. She's just a lot worse than the rest. She is a civilian in the Ninjago City workshop set. But I think she is also pulled straight from a Lego City set, which is why she is lower on the list. If she wasn't, she would probably be a teensy bit higher, but no, she is. Anyway, I don't have much to say about her, so let's just move on to number 21, which is the model shop owner. Now, she at least isn't completely pulled from Ninjago City, no, from Lego City. I think her torso is new. She is one of the civilians, but she actually has some cool things. She has Cooper's newer hairpiece style from Lego Dreams, which I think that is pretty cool. And she actually seems like a Ninjago minifigure, so that's a plus. Definitely better than the other two. Number 20 is Source Tournament Wildfire. She is the first non-civilian minifigure. She's in the Arc Dragon of Focus. She released last March, so now she's been in sets for officially 1 year. But unfortunately, starting in the January wave, her armor piece was just completely taken away. And if it was in the show that she didn't have an armor piece, then I would have said, okay, it's not so bad. But no, it's just in the sets. So yeah, I just don't like this minifigure as much as the others. It's cool. I do like her suit design. It's pretty awesome. I just don't think it's that awesome compared to the others. Dr. LaRoe is number 19. This minifigure, I am relieved to finally get. She came in the Ninjago City workshop and is exclusive. And it is a relief to finally get her and not have to worry about having another minifigure on a wish list for 20 years or something. But they got her really wrong. Her hair in the show is black with a huge white streak. Yes, sometimes it looks brown due to the Imperium lights, but still. It is black, so they technically should have made it black, especially adding the white streak. Her legs are just plain gray. It would really help this minifigure if she had printed legs. These are just unprinted, which, why? They should have at least made it white, I think. But yeah, this minifigure just doesn't impress me as much as I had hoped it would. But now let's get on to Number 18. Wait, no. Number 18 is Dorama's puppet. This guy came in the Ninjago City workshops. I was disappointed by his size. He should have been a full-on set, and that would have been a great way to release Dorama back in Dragon's Rising Season 1, but they make him miniature. I'm glad that we're at least getting him, but come on, he was so big and menacing in the show, something that you might actually be scared of. If I saw this walking around that was literally my size, I wouldn't be that nervous of it. I'd be nervous, not that nervous. But yeah, they definitely could have done a lot better on this minifigure. Maybe they could have even made a bigger version instead of the mech. And just added an extra minifigure or an extra few minifigures and made this bigger. Maybe terrorizing the Ninjago City workshop. That would have been pretty cool. Anyway. Now, for number 17, we are looking at Battlesuit Zane. This guy came for the first time in the January wave in a very cheap set. He had his normal face print there, but this wave in the Ninjago City workshops, we got the same minifigure, the shirtless Zane, also known as Battlesuit Zane, but he had his Detective Zane face from just like in the Ninjago City markets, which I thought that is pretty cool, giving him that. I'm glad that he was actually given that. So yeah, the minifigure is pretty high on this list, considering that people like Dr. LaRoe and the puppet are below him. I just thought the shirtless variant of him was cool, plus the fact they gave him a rare face print. I really do think that this minifigure is awesome. I think every minifigure except the restaurant work, I like this wave. Number 16 is the Dragonian Tourist. Now, this guy appeared in the Ninjago City workshops, and he is funny. I just love the fact that they threw in something like this to be as a joke in a set, but it's a villain. Like, that's pretty awesome. Like, I hope they do more of this, and I was hoping this guy would turn up in Season 3, but unfortunately, no, he didn't. That was really bad. I would have liked to see him. Maybe in a future season we will see him, though. But I do think they should have incorporated a bit more red and put maybe a bit more red on his jumper and his legs. But then again, he still looks super funny, and maybe that would have made him look a little less funny. So I'm very happy with this. This minifigure made me laugh so much when I originally saw it. Number 15 is Sora, specifically the one in the Thunderfang set. It does not have her hood piece, but it does have her hair piece instead. I think they should have only released this variant once, since on both of her tournament appearances she did have it. Plus, we've seen in the Summer Wave she'll have it in all of the sets she appears in there. I wish they just added her hood instead, but look, it's fine. The suit itself is pretty awesome. It released in Dragon's Rising Season 1. I do think it would have been cooler if they gave it a storm suit, get that mask in another set, a third set. But it's fine. She didn't do anything. She didn't change much in the Thunderfang set. But yeah. I guess she's okay, but we've seen her before. And it's the same minifigure as always, just with a hairpiece instead of a hood. For number 14, we have Twitchy Tim. This guy came in the Ninjago City workshops. He was originally supposed to release in one of the island sets, but the set was actually cancelled, unfortunately. And that was 4 years ago. So finally, this minifigure released now. He's pretty awesome. I do wish he had leg printing, but that problem isn't that bad. But I'm glad to finally get him. And I think it's awesome that the mech in the set is for him. He's riding it. And yes, I know that technically it could be for anyone. It just says NC, standing for Ninjago City on it. Or you can put the ninja symbols there, but I want to give it to Twitchy Tim. I think it's awesome that he has something like that. And I do think this minifigure is awesome. It's just not as good as the top 13. Speaking of the top 13, number 13 is the Dragonian Warrior. This guy came in wave 1 in January. And yeah, he's back. Unfortunately, this time he does not have his wings, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. Like, I'm glad that they at least released the Dragonian Warrior in a set. Maybe they could have replaced Sora in the Thunderfang set if they just put him in there instead, got an extra variant of him out there, but it's fine. I do think he's awesome. I love the armor and stuff. But the other minifigures on the list are just a bit cooler than him. And that's basically it. So now let's get on to the final character for today. Okay, so I'm not sure why this guy wasn't on the website I was on, but number 12 is Tyr. Like, he's basically a normal Dragonian, literally no new features, but his horns are bigger. It's a little annoying, but he's the leader of the Dragonians. So yeah, Tyr is pretty cool. Like, he takes number 12 because I think the horns make him look a little cooler. Hopefully, I think in the summer wave he has them, but I'm not sure if the rest of the Dragonians have them. I think they might. Like, but yeah. I gave him this spot because I didn't want to send him into the top 10 or part 2, but I did want to give him a relatively far spot. So I thought number 12, finishing out today's video, would be the perfect spot. So yeah, that is basically it. Like, there's not really anything else. Next week, hopefully the video will release with the other 11 minifigures, part 2. So yes, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you guys